It finished up in a 4-0 defeat for Arsenal. Liverpool FC 4, Arsenal FC 0 at Anfield. We had a bit of a chance through party. I mean, I'm just going to go through the goals first and tell you what's going on. But obviously, we need to win the next game against Newcastle United. It's as simple as that. That's a real 6-pointer now. I reckon with us losing this game, to be honest, I never thought we were going to get anything out of the game. I'm a complete realist. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm a realist. Liverpool at home was a bridge too far, in my opinion. I always saw it like that. Even though we have the fantastic, inspirational, my opinion, our player of the season, Aaron Ramsdale, I still thought it would be a bridge too far for us against Liverpool at Anfield. And that, unfortunately, guys, is the way it worked out. Like I said, it's Liverpool 4, Arsenal 0, full-time score. Sadio Mane opened the scoring just before half-time, I think in the 39th minute. Then it was 1-0 at half-time. Then in the second half, we had goals from Diogo Jota to make it 2-0. Then there was, of course, the inevitable Mohamed Salah goal. And then the fourth goal was by Mina... what's his name? Anyway, you know the guy I'm talking about. Minamino got the fourth goal. We had a bit of a chance through Thomas Partey. He tested Alisson. He put the ball through Fabinho's legs and then had a pot shot. It wasn't bad, but I always knew they were going to get the best of it. They're a serious team, Liverpool. Not to make excuses for Arsenal, but Liverpool are a step above. And I said that before the game. And if we had got anything at all out of the game, I would have been happy. But I reckon with us losing this game, and that's how it worked out. Mikel Arteta, of course, he has never turned the game around from Arsenal when we're in a losing position at half-time. I can never remember a game that he managed to turn around and get something out of it after we had went 1-0 or 2-0 or 3-0 down. The Aussie Gooner, welcome along, man. I wanted Tierney to start over Tavares, bro. Someone said he can't defend well. Yeah, me too. I mean, that's how I feel about it. Taib in with a comment. Mikel Arteta, get him out. Yeah, I agree with you. I can never remember a match, like I said, where Arteta managed to turn it around when we were losing at half-time. Actually managed to turn us from a losing position even into a winning position. I don't think he's ever done that since he's been at the club in the Premier League, not to my recollection. And if he has, it's been a long, long time. I think in only one game out of 12 now, we've actually not been beaten by Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool in all the recent games. The last 12, I think only once they didn't beat us. That tells its own story. But like I said, I saw this coming. It's no surprise to me. I'm an optimist, of course, as an Arsenal fan, and I always will be. But I'm also a realist, and I knew that this was going to be a bridge too far for us against Liverpool at Anfield. Ramsdale, he did his best. I was on Warren's Team Talk. I was on his live stream earlier, his live score center stream, and he asked me what team would I play, and I listed out the team. But when it got to the forwards, to be honest, I said it doesn't need to be the forwards that we pick is important, of course, but as I said, the battle is going to be won and lost in the midfield, and that's how it turned out. Aaron Ramsdale could only keep Liverpool out for so long. And if it wasn't for him, it could have been a real pasting. Let's be honest about that. It was a dominant display by Liverpool. We didn't register a goal. That tells you all you need to know. We couldn't even get one. Yeah, they are a good team, but you would expect more from our team when you consider we hit the top 5. Arteta's meant to have the team going on. This tells you, the gulf in class. This game gives you a good idea of where we stand as a team. Ramsdale's heroics aside, he has been absolutely fantastic for the club. And we've had some very good results along the way, some good wins to catapult us up to 5th. But we're a long, long way away from where we need to be. And this game really, it tells you a lot about where we are right now as a team. We're a million miles away from where we need to be. We don't have the problems of Manchester United, of course, in my opinion. We're going to be facing them soon enough. But the next game against Newcastle, we need to take all 3 points. It's as simple as that. If we don't win that game, I don't know what to say. It's going to be a really, really, really important match against Newcastle. Like I said, I had reckoned with us losing this game. It's no surprise to me. I'm not shocked. The manner of the performance, you know, it is what it is. I think the team has been a little bit overrated of late. People kind of lost the run of themselves. You can't deny Liverpool's quality on the ball. I mean, and I saw them as clear winners ahead of today's game. People like to think I think negative and I like to talk negative maybe and this and that and the other, but you know, my heart said one thing, and Arsenal win. My head said the other. I just couldn't see how we were going to cope with Liverpool's play. That's how it turned out. Not to register a goal is disappointing. It would have been nice to score one or even two. God forbid we'd actually score 2 goals against Liverpool at Anfield. But maybe on another day, you know. But definitely we're a long way off where we need to be. It's going to be a very big game against Newcastle. We need to win. The Aussie going around with a comment, guys. Honestly, our lads did not show up. Our midfield was slow in transition. Tavares was exposed. I was hoping our lads would turn up today, but they didn't show up today. No, they didn't, but Liverpool did the simple things well. I know it doesn't look like much on the TV, a sideways pass, a forward pass into the space, but you have to admit, my friend, they did the simple things well executed, well organised, and they were patient. They didn't panic. They didn't panic when it was 39 minutes and Ramsdale was keeping them out. It was still 0-0, even though they had a lot of chances. They were patient. They knew that the goals would come. And that is something that Jurgen Klopp has instilled in the team. And like I said, they do the little things well. The little short passes into the space. Sideways pass, forward pass. In defence, they were in control. They were in control. We didn't put them under the pressure that we needed to put them under. They have a colossal centre-back in Van Dijk. I mean, the man is a mountain. He's a monster. Yeah, exactly, Taib. Liverpool are the best at winning the ball back. Their pressing game is absolutely off the chain, in my opinion. I knew that long before today, of course. I didn't need to watch what happened today to be reminded of it. Their pressing game is on point. They know what time it is. They have a lot of pace up front. They press with a lot of pace. They have much more pace than we do. Their forwards are much nippier and quicker than ours and direct. And they have a monstrous midfield, and they have an incredible back line, and they have a great goalkeeper. They've got it all going on, all over the field. So to lose to them, to be honest, okay, it would be nice if we got a goal. The manner of the defeat, we couldn't score. We struggle against the big teams. City, Liverpool and Chelsea have absolutely mangled us. They've mashed us into the ground. But at least we know where we stand now. We're a long way off where we need to be to even think about challenging for the league. I mean, we're a long way away from that. What does Mikel Arteta think about things? I'll be looking forward to hearing his post-match interview, if he's man enough to actually give one. We allowed them. Yeah, we didn't pressure them, I agree with that. But they're a capable team. And they just picked us apart. We're probably slightly overrated, man. You know what I mean? We have some very good players, but there are some weaknesses in the team. I agree with you, man. I was all for Tierney playing. Simple as that. He hasn't been setting the world on fire for Arsenal this season, but he's better than Tavares, in my opinion. Liverpool, Anfield is a cauldron. It's a difficult place to go, and we will not be the only team that could take an apart like this as the season progresses. Trust me, we're not going to be the only team that loses like this to Liverpool and Anfield. They're going to destroy many teams. They're going to win 3-4-0 against a lot of teams. Look at the absolute hammering they gave United in Manchester. They absolutely annihilated them. It could have been 9 or 10. This is a serious Liverpool team, and like I said, they do the simple stuff well. They get possession, their passes, their pass accuracy, their chances that they created on target. We could have probably pressed them more, but we don't have the pace up front that they have. When they don't have the ball, they're extremely efficient at winning it back. They put pressure on all over the place. Common coming in there from Ben, Tomiyasu was awful. Yeah, he was. He was at 6s and 7s. He didn't know what was going on. He wasn't watching the runners. He wasn't checking behind. He wasn't looking in front. He was nervous on the ball. He was stuttering on the ball. He didn't look comfortable, but Liverpool have real prowess in their team. I don't know, is that the right word now, but they have a lot of menacing players there. And he had a blinder against Tottenham, I remember, when we beat them at the Emirates. Then he looked very shaky again against Brighton when we got that lucky draw away against Brighton. He was okay against Leicester. But today, I mean, Liverpool are different class. And I don't use that term every day, you know, I use it very lightly. They have an incredible team. Great movement off the ball. They're dangerous. They draw you in. A quick ball to Salah there, the finish he had. He'll do that to you. I mean, I know if he gets a yard of space, it's all over. Man marking him, zonal marking him. I mean, which way do you play Salah? Sadio Mane, an animal up front. Jota, he can take a goal. He knows where the goal is. They had just too much firepower for us too, you know. Why did we bring on El Neni? Okay, the guys in the midfield had run out of steam. We needed to switch it up. But El Neni is never going to do anything. El Neni is never going to do anything. Somebody telling me now that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has actually been sacked. Incredible news. First I've heard of it. But thank you for that. I think I'll do a video later. But guys, incredible stuff going on. It was, you know, it was a chastening experience, but let's pick ourselves up. Let's get back to London. Let's get back to London, Colony, do a bit of training. And next up is Newcastle United. I think then followed by Manchester United. Nothing to fear from those teams. Newcastle United, we need to win that game. I reckon with us losing today against Liverpool, I knew we were going to lose. I counted for it. I said, well, if we get 6 points out of the 9, if we win the first game, lose the second game of the 3 against Liverpool, and win the third game against Newcastle, 6 points out of 9, not a bad return. But we need to win the Newcastle game. I mean, 2 wins out of 3 is okay. You know what I mean? We're still up there. We're around 6th, 5th, 6th. We can do something. Thank you to everybody for watching this video. Smash the like for me. Thank you to Taib. Thank you to the Aussie Gunner. And thank you to Ben for that information. And yeah, thank you for those comments coming up, the Aussie Gunner. Tommy has been solid this season, but I think in this game, Tavares and Sambi were poor. Yeah, I agree with you, man. But Liverpool made a lot of our players look poor. We got overwhelmed, but Klopp outgunned Arteta. I mean, that's a part of it too, guys. Klopp got the better of Mikel Arteta. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you to the Aussie Gunner. Thank you to Taib. Thank you to Ben for that information about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer getting the sack. Keep your heads up, guys. We're going to bounce back. Let's look ahead to the Newcastle game and let's go and win that. Let's take the 3 points. 6 points from 9. 2 wins out of 3. How bad? Take it easy. Come on, you Gooners.